I got a lip flip the other day, so it's really hard for me to use a straw right now. Today's video is going to be about, first of all, my coffee order in prep. Large iced coffee with 2 sugar-free vanilla and almond milk. It's amazing. Okay, today's video is going to be everything about butts because I am a certified glute specialist. One could say I've always specialized in the rear back side, so I decided to get my actual certification on it. This is everything you need to know if you want to grow your butt. All the myths and all my hacks and things that I've learned and things that I've just learned over the years. First of all, and I just want to get this out of the way because this is probably the thing I encounter the most. Girls who don't want to bulk or have a growth period but want to grow their butt. That's just not going to happen. That's just not going to happen. You cannot do Pilates to grow your butt. You cannot be in a cut and grow your butt the way that you're probably wanting to. You have to have a growth period, then cut, shed the extra fat, and then you can keep that muscle, keep that shape and everything like that, and shed the fat and be slim thick. But you cannot be in a deficit doing Pilates every day, running 10 miles every day and growing your butt. That just won't happen. And if you're not okay with having that growth period, then you probably don't want it enough and you should just give up now. That sounds really harsh, but I used to be friends with a girl who was like, yeah, I'm going to Pilates so that I get abs and get a butt. You need to have muscle under there. You need to have muscle from strength training under there, or else you won't get results that you want. And that's just how it is. I know girls who are I'm just terrified of gaining weight and blah, blah. Then you probably won't get to grow your butt, and that's okay. Not everybody is going to, not everybody wants to, not everybody's willing to gain the weight to have a bigger butt and then shut it down, and then that's okay. But I just want to get that out of the way. If you're one of those people, you might as well just stop watching the video right now. You cannot be growing your glutes in a calorie deficit. It just won't happen. It just won't. You can tone your butt in a calorie deficit. You can get more definition. But if you want a fat ass, I don't think that's what you're looking for. My cat is attacking my tripod. Okay. Now getting to actually being in the gym, you want to grow your butt, you are not scared of having a growth period. One thing that you just should always be doing every time, whatever you're starting with for your glute day, which first of all, I don't just do leg day. I have a glute day, and I think that that's key. I think that that's very key. When you're having your glute day, glute specific lower body day, you are going to always start with a compound movement. So a movement that's going to pretty much activate all 3 of your butt muscles. You have the glute maximus, the glute medius, and the glute minimus. And you want them all to be activated first thing you do, after stretching, of course. So you're going to want to do hip thrusts. I'll do those to activate it. Or I'll start on the hack squat. I know that that's crazy. I'll start on the hack squat or something like that. You want to get the whole butt activated before you go into the movements that are going to activate the specific parts of your butt. Which brings me into that. Very important that you don't just do compound movements. Okay, a lot of people think that you need to do a bunch of hip thrusts and a bunch of squats and then you'll have a fat ass. Let me be so clear right now. Squats have... Hi. What you doing? You want to sit? You do? Is that a yes or a no? Whatever you want to do. You don't know? Okay. It's up to you. You can be in the video if you want. Okay. Let me be very clear. Squats have never, ever been a part of my glute routine, ever. Plain old squats with a barbell has never been a part of my glute day. It's part of my leg day. It's not a part of my glute day. I have grown my glutes exponentially, and I have never had squats a part of my glute day. I've had Bulgarian split squats, absolutely, but I've never done plain old squats to grow my butt. That is not what we want to do. We don't want to just do compound. The minimus and the medius are what's going to be absolutely key to the shape. I used to just train the maximus, and I didn't know I was doing that. I had a big butt, but I was lacking shape and shelf. It was big on the bottom part, and I carried my fat there. But I had no shape, I had no shelf, I had no, like, wapow. I mean, I had wapow. But it didn't look right. It didn't look good enough. And this is like, people think they just want a big butt. You want a big and shaped butt. So you have to be doing different variations of things. You have to be doing RDLs. I do mine either banded or I do B-stance RDLs. You have to be doing step-ups. You have to be doing Bulgarian split squats, things that are going to target the minimus and the medius as well as the maximus. And also feel free to do some trial and error with these other exercises. Like B-stance RDLs are not going to be for everybody. Some people might prefer and see better results with, a different kind of RDL. So feel free to totally explore that on your own. Bulgarian split squats, I know everybody hates them. That's like the thing. It's like, oh my God, I hate them. I don't do them. Like they just work. They're just one of those ones that will just work. For most people, they will work. I will never say all people because not everything is the same for everybody. However, Bulgarian split squats are pretty much for most body types and most people going to be a shortcut to the results that you want. So once again, we kind of go back to like, how bad do you want it? Obviously not that bad if you're skipping Bulgarian split squats. Once you're able to find what works for you, now your next focus should be recovery. Recovery is going to be just as important as your workout because we're trying to grow a muscle. Okay, you need to be foam rolling after your workouts. You need to be specifically foam rolling your IT band, which will directly affect your glute medius. You need to be getting in the sauna. You need to be doing those stretches. You need to be getting enough sleep. And that kind of just ties into eating enough food. Like we said, we need to be in a growth period. That recovery factor, don't hit butt 4 days in a row. I used to do that and I wasn't getting the results I want. You hit butt, you recover until you're not sore anymore, and then you hit butt again. Recovery is what makes the muscle grow, literally. It's part of the process. It's a whole third of the process. There's the before, the during, the activation of the muscle and the use of it, and then there's the after. They're equally as important. So you have to be doing the right recovery for that. Basically, moral of the video, do not be scared to put on weight if you really want that butt. You can bring the weight back down and maintain what you built. That is totally possible. That is what bodybuilders do all the time. You cannot get a butt from Pilates. You cannot get a butt from doing a bunch of squats in your room. These need to be weighted exercise that are being modified and growing and changing and adapting to what your body is getting used to as you grow. And you need to be eating enough. Recovery is so important. And don't forget, all three glute muscles, minimus, medius, and maximus, are equally as important to your butt to get the shape, shelf, and size. That is just the magic three. I'm Melina, your favorite glute specialist, and those are all my tips to how I have an insane butt.